Well, before the break, we learned about how to steer clear and get rid of poison oak, ivy, and sumac in our yards. On the flip side, one thing we don't want to get rid of, in fact, we want it looking full and fabulous, are crepe myrtles. But oftentimes people just don't care for them properly. So joining us today with a few crepe myrtles do's and don'ts is Ginny Rosenkrantz with the University of Maryland Extension Office. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. Now, you really have a pet peeve with crepe myrtles, and you're here to say stop the chop. What does that mean?
Well, so many times I drive by neighborhoods and I see these beautiful, gorgeous crepe myrtles that have been chopped off between 4 and 6 feet, just straight across like a haircut or a crew cut or something horrible. And what that does is it hurts the tree, it shortens the life of the tree, but people seem to think this looks good. Horticulturally, it's so bad for the tree.
Really?
Really. It's just not good.
But you're not saying don't prune it. We do need to prune it, but when?
Right, springtime. These guys are southern. They like to be taken care of in the early springtime. If you do any amount of work on them in the fall, they will die. And I've seen an awful lot of them that were dead this past winter. And I think a lot of the problem was, and I've even talked to the homeowners, and they said, oh yeah, we pruned them really hard in the fall. Oh dear, don't do that. Yeah.
So how should we prune them?
Well, it depends. I mean, that's the neat thing about crepe myrtles. There are so many new varieties. Like the one in front of you is dazzleberry. It will never get any taller than 3 feet.
Okay.
So if you want something small, get one of those. This little guy in front of me is called Red Rooster. He's not real tall, and he's only going to get to be 8 to 10 feet, and that's it. So if you want a small tree, get one of those. This guy right here is Dynamite, and he's going to get to be 10 to 15, 20 feet tall.
So if I want to prune him, because this is one that I see a lot in yards, where should I start? From the bottom, top?
Well, this one I like to prune from the bottom up because it has a really nice exfoliating bark. It has really pretty bark. This one has like 4 different limbs, so it looks really pretty. And then you want to do that in the springtime, right after the leaves first come out, and then prune it up to about 2-3 feet, and then let the rest of it look very beautiful.
Okay, so you prune, but wait until the spring. So what should I be doing now with my crepe myrtle?
Enjoy.
Really?
That's a neat thing. Some garden things you've got to get to and work. With crepe myrtles, do the work in the springtime and enjoy them the rest of the summer.
And you showed us these 3 different varieties you have here. They're all the same color, but they come in lots of different colors, don't they?
Exactly. I chose this because these are all the same color, just to prove a point, but they come in pure white. They come in lavenders to dark purples. They come in real light pinks to almost a salmony color to a darker pink to red. I mean, Dynamite's really close.
Yeah. And now, what about planting? Is now a good time to plant them?
Actually, I prefer to do them in the springtime also because they are such southern children. They prefer to have all that work done in the springtime.
Okay, well, what about crepe myrtles in a container?
Well, sometimes they do very well in a container, and that's why I brought the dazzleberry, because it is small, and if you have a large enough container, and again, you have to think about making sure that it is sheltered in the winter time, because their roots would be exposed. So if it's south-facing area, that would be perfect for it. As long as it doesn't get the cold winter northwest wind, it should be just fine.
So they like a sunny yard. Anyone with a sunny yard should be able to have a crepe myrtle.
Yeah, these guys are predisposed to bloom as long as they get full sun. They'll bloom like crazy. If you put them in the shade, they're just going to look at you like, yeah, right.
Okay, so we talked about crepe myrtles. What about other plants? Is there anything else we should be maybe paying attention to?
Oh, you mean in the fall?
And I mean, right now, we should plant or trim.
Well, there's a lot of different things that are out there that are blooming that you would want to leave be. Things like beautyberry, just let it be. In terms of pruning things out, like there are a lot of herbaceous perennials have finished blooming, and you can go ahead and prune them back, but always leave about a 2-inch stub on top, so you're not going to be stepping on it wondering, what is that? You'll see it.
But for the most part, this time of year, we can just kind of relax and look at the beauty.
And enjoy the beautiful weather with them, too.
Absolutely. All right, Ginny Rosenkrantz, thank you so much. And for more gardening tips from Ginny, go to WBOC.com and click on our picture at the top of the page. Now that we have our garden looking good, next on the list, you. I'm sure the last thing a lot of women want to hear is that as we get older, we lose eyelash volume, even hair. Up next on Delmarva Life, a simple fix, how you can have flowing locks and long lashes in an instant. We're also saving big bucks when it comes to beauty. Find out what products that you may already have can pull double duty. And we don't stop there. We're also learning how certain foods in our kitchen can help us look our best. And guys, you want to listen up to this as well. Delmarva Life, we'll be right back.